Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin
And I'm
Hemp.
Caty 409.
Basically,
We were talking off screen, and he's like, "You're fascinating me. Can we
you're
record
you're
you?"
you're fascinating. Yeah, basically, like, she was like, I have this theory, and I want to talk, and I want to obviously,
Talk about it,
I don't want
yeah.
you to tell me anything.
No.
And I did not.
No, he didn't, because he was just like, "Well, why are you thinking?" Like, kind of like probing me, but like
I
not
am,
like
I am asking her questions why she came to this. But do you want to
Yeah.
restart?
Okay,
from the,
so
start, take it from the top?
So if you watch like the stream archive and go watch that, basically at the end, there's a scene where Sanaki's grandma. We're just gonna call her grandma because I don't know what her
Grandma
name is. We're
Sanaki.
gonna call her grandma.
I know what her name is. I don't know
We
how
know
to
how
say
to pronounce it.
It's Misa.
Like Messiah almost, but not
Yeah.
really.
It's like Misaha. It's a
Something
weird.
weird. Something weird.
I don't know how to pronounce
So
it.
she's grandma. So that was grandma talking, Sanaki's grandma, and basically going on and on about how she's branded, whatever. And she's talking to a man in the scene, and I had no reason to think this, but I thought it was Sephiran. Because that's what he should sound like. I heard the voice, and I'm like, that sounds like what he should sound like.
But then
He mentioned he did it with Altana, and I was like, oh, I'm assuming that's supposed to be Laurent then.
yeah.
And then I asked Kevin, how long do herons live? And he's like, apparently a very long time.
I mean, I get. I mean, see, the thing is that it's not really a big now that that scene happened. It's not a secret that was Laurent talking to.
Obviously, he
grandma.
walked right up to the line of saying, I'm Lauren, by the way, hi, or Laurent, by the way, hi.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But they mentioned going back to Goldoa and stuff, and I was really confused. Like, I didn't, at first...
Well, okay, what I'll mention is obviously there's more here that you don't know yet.
No.
And I will say we will get more things like this.
Yeah.
So if you're confused on any parts, they might still be expanded upon.
But I literally wanted to turn to you and say, is this Sephiran? Because I thought that's what they were going for. But it can't be him. And so, but now my theory is that they are the same person.
And I found that endlessly amusing. So I just wanted her to just go.
I will walk you through my thought process
just kind
from
of
beginning to end. So basically, I'm watching the scene, and there's this guy talking, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, but for some reason, I just got the feeling it's Sephiran.
It was just the really
the calm, very, very, very even-keeled voice. You know, he sounds very sensitive. I'm like, that sounds like Sephiran. That's what Sephiran should sound like.
Like, you look at the guy and you're like, this is what he sounds like.
Yes. Like, I heard it and I'm like, that's if I were voice casting, I would pick that guy to be Sephiran.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough.
Like, that's just what it... But, the scene went on, and it was clear that it wasn't him. And it was Laurent instead, and I was like, okay, that's... Okay, yeah, I still vibe with that. I guess. I just thought it was interesting. And so, we go into the next scene, and it's Senator LeCain talking to Snacky. And he's basically like, oh, well, you were such a fucking brat, and we couldn't get you to stop acting like a 5-year-old, even though she was
because
5.
You were a 5-year-old.
Because you were a 5-year-old. But then,
funny how those things work.
Sephiran, who was, a newly appointed Duke of Persis, or whatever. That's where he's from?
Persis.
Yeah. Held you in his arms, and you calmed down. And I was like, that's interesting. The Harrons are known for doing that. They're very calming to be around.
Yeah.
And if he were Laurent, then there could be maybe, a familiarity.
Because it's
they're distantly related.
They would be distantly related. Because,
yeah.
That's at the very least what the cutscene said, is that the things that you learn from that objectively, without me saying anything, that the person they're talking, at least you could very easily infer that was Laurent talking.
Yes.
And that he was the ancestor of the other person in question, who obviously was Sanaki's grandmother.
Yes.
So, going by that...
Because they had the brand talking about my people leading my people, racism, it was her.
Obviously it was her.
Obviously.
And we know enough to say that who the other person was.
It was Laurent, yeah.
Yeah. And you already...
Yeah, and I vibe with that.
And I have no reason to, deny that, because it was...
No, but I'm hung up on the Sephiran thing. I'm hung up on this. I don't know. I think I don't know, because then I got to the next question or the next point, and I was like, how the fuck he hiding them wings though?
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good question.
Yes.
Because, like, see, well, here's the thing. Like, obviously, people that are, like, normally when they're branded, they don't have wings.
No.
Like, even if you're branded for a bird, you don't have wings.
No.
But it's kind of a weird case in that, like, he was one of the branded because he, like, you know, because he had a kid. So, like, clearly he had wings, like, in the first place. So, like, I guess logically, like, I don't think they would magically
No, because my
disappear,
point...
because that's like physical, like, changes to some, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, because my thing is that, like, you know...
And they didn't say that, like, people who did that lost their, like, physical attributes.
No,
like,
they just lose the ability to transform.
But,
no, because,
like, they have wings on transform.
Yeah, no, because that's my thing. I'm like, okay, because Almeida still has her mark on her forehead. Like, she still has, like, the dragon-looking complexion. She's got the hair. Like, she still looks like her... She still looks...
She looks like her siblings.
Yes. She hasn't... her physical appearance did not change. So that makes me think that, like... If you were a heron or a bird and you did it with, like, a human, then, like, I don't think you would just randomly, like, your wings would just dematerialize.
They wouldn't, like retract back.
And barring, like, anything extreme, like cutting them off or something, like, I don't know, but
that would be, like...
Yeah, that would be pretty
yikes.
metal. That would be yikes. I don't... that would be really extreme.
That would be extremely metal.
Yes. But then Kevin pointed out, or we got onto the topic of, like, have any parents hid any birds?
I posed the question. I'm like, well, would you be able to hide that?
And I said no.
And then you thought about it. Because, like, I saw the gears in your head turning, because you were really thinking, like...
Have any of the birds tried to hide their wings?
Because, like, we have had, like... Who's trying to, like, blend in.
Like
in the first game,
like
you have,
Randolph
like...
covers his ears, and
like with the cloaks.
And Nazir, like, covers his, like, wacky hair colors and stuff, and his brand, or the dragon thing on his forehead.
I guess you would say a mark.
A mark. His marking on his forehead. And then I was like, Naysala managed to pretend to be a Bayork for, like, a hot minute. In POR, at the end of POR.
He did.
And there was no hint of wing or anything, and we were talking kind of about biology of people that have the wings, and we were like, oh.
Well, no, I was just discussing, like, the biology of, like, wings in general.
Yeah, and you were like, well, normally they're put up a little bit higher because that's probably more comfortable for them than, like, scrunching them down.
Yeah, like, they're not, like, outstretched like they would be when they're flying, but they're like, you know, comfortable and loose. They're not, like, tucked in all the way. Like, like, when birds normally, like, when they're just, like, on the ground, they have their wings, like, completely, like, tucked in. Like, that's obviously not what they do. They're kind of, like,
it's sort of like if a bird were to go around, like, with its wings kind of, like, half outstretched, because humans
I've seen birds do that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's, like, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes they do.
Yeah, it's sort of like you're at, like, half, like,
something.
Yeah.
You're kind of like...
Like, it's not... Like, you know how when you have your hand is more comfortable when it's half, like, when your fingers are kind of half closed in?
Yeah.
A fist you need to physically make, and to make it flat, you also have to put an effort into it.
Yeah, I see.
But to have your hand kind of, like, it's... Your fingers kind of naturally closed. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's a halfway point
so
between those two
it's just,
things.
like, the relaxed position between those two things.
Yes.
I see that.
Yes.
So you're saying that, like, you could definitely tuck in your wings enough to hide them.
Yes. So I think...
Would you say from just, like, looking at Sephiroth, would you say that it's possible that he's hiding wings?
He has really long hair.
He does have really long hair.
That could help obfuscating that.
I could see that.
That could help. Now here's my question.
Well, but I was more so referring to, like, do you think, like, with his, like,
He's kind of got robes. They're kind of loose. I see it.
Yeah, okay, I buy that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he has wings. I think something happened.
Like, you think that, like, assuming that this is true, you think he went, like, full, like, I don't know why, like, cutting off, like...
To blend in, I guess. Which is metal and really disturbing.
That's a lot to go through, and that also requires that nobody ever see you, like...
Well, who's going to see him shirtless? He's a prime minister.
I mean, if they have, like, a business trip to the beach, I guess.
Who would want to go with the senators to the beach? You'd go blind. See where Hetzel the Pretzel gets his name.
Point taken. Yeah, like, and then again, I guess that, like, obviously, like, people who are branded are pretty adept at, like, hiding their marks, too.
Exactly.
Usually. And
plus, people go around in this universe in robes and hoods and gloves and shit. Like, you'd still blend in.
Yeah, I buy that. That's fair.
Like, you know, I think, see, like, I don't know. I don't know. That's just the vibe I got.
But then here's my question to you. What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
What significance does it have? Like, let's for a second say that, like...
No, because this is where I get fucked up. Because, like, okay, because Sephiran is here in the tower. He's probably bad news.
Just by virtue of being in the tower?
Yeah, because he's siding with Ashira, and Ashira wants to fucking destroy everything. And he's siding with that, and he's okay with that. Unless he's pulling some stupid double agent shit. Where he's, like, working with Ashira, but he's, like, hoping that, like, Sanaki will, like, undermine it or something. Like, I don't know.
Where he's being, like, a trickster mentor. Yeah. Like, he's specifically, like, being, like, I'm gonna play the villain just so that, like, you'll take me
stronger
out.
And yeah.
You'll get stronger. Is that what you think he's going for?
But he has the Final Fantasy fighting game guy reason to help Ashira also, because yes, him, because Desagia and Decentia or whatever, they're the same.
It's Decidia and the Ginsia.
They're the same picture.
Yes. Okay, fair enough.
They're the same picture, but yeah, no, him. Like, he sides with Ashira because that's what he did before.
Yeah.
And if he's Laurent, of course he'd do that again.
Yeah. I can see that. That's sound enough logic.
Yeah. So I think he's pulling some kind of stupid double agent shit.
Is that what you think he's going for?
But I still can't dice it, though. It still doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's still, like, I'm not getting it. But...
Once again, I'm gonna relay my question to you. If he is doing that, why is he doing that?
I don't know. I don't know what he wants out of this. Like, does he want the world to be reset? Does he want the world to not be reset? Like, what does he want?
Well, I guess it depends on, like... Does he want to be defeated?
I think so.
Well, then...
Because I don't think he can go against God. Ashira? I don't think so.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think basically, like, under normal circumstances, like, I don't think anybody really has much of a say against God.
No.
In this regard.
I think, because my thing is that, like, I don't think he can, I think maybe, maybe he, like, does want the world to be reset, but I don't know why he didn't try to convince Sanaki to, you know, not side with Yune.
Yeah, that is a...
No, I think Sephiran is Loran, because Loran would hang around his, like, grandkids, because they're supposedly supposed to be able to hear the goddess, and of course he would side with the goddess.
So you'd think that they're basically, like, his, like his only form of communication?
Yeah!
In that regard? That's interesting.
I don't know, like maybe he's like... I don't know. Okay. See, here's my thing. I think we're walking in. Okay, regardless of the Blair and Sephiroth thing for
regardless of the whole thing. You can.
I think we're running into a Dumbledore situation, and I'm not happy about it.
What do you specify Dumbledore situation?
Basically, Sephiroth is a bad guy. He's a bad guy. I'm sorry. He just is, and he is because he basically raised Sanaki more or less to believe that she's the apostle. Blah 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 blah. I know I'm not supposed to know this, but I do know this. That Zelgius and BK are the same person. And BK said...
Well, no, you are supposed to know this because we're not...
Oh, that's right. I can know that. So, and Zelgius and BK... BK says to Micaiah, the only one that matters is you. So they know that she is the one who can hear God. And not Sanaki. Which means that Sephiroth basically spent his whole life lying to her. He knew better the entire time. It's Dumbledore.
I see what you're... Yeah.
I'm not happy about that.
No, I see that. No, because I know you didn't care for that twist at all. No. Okay.
And I'm seeing that coming, and it's not making me happy.
Okay. Would it be better if that's not the case?
Maybe, I guess it would be better if you found out more recently, but I guess that would explain why he kind of, abandoned Sanaki in a sense.
What he found out more recently, that Micaiah was actually the thing? Okay.
I guess.
See, because what you're saying is that, you would be mad if he...
had been lying to her whole life.
On purpose.
Yeah. But then I would be really mad if he turns his back on her because she isn't what he thought that she was anyway. Both would piss me off, but the other one would piss me off more.
Yeah.
Because he knew better the whole time, if he knew better the whole time.
Here's the thing. Is it knowing better just because he knew Micaiah existed, or just because, he knew that Sanaki wasn't able to do the things, that she was supposed to? Because it seems that not even she was aware that, something was up until recently.
I don't know, maybe, I guess knowing about Micaiah? He knows now at least. But, see, no, because I cannot decide what side this guy is on. Because him wanting to protect Micaiah means that he does in some way have faith in the world. That he wants it to continue.
Because you'd say that otherwise he wouldn't?
Yes. He wouldn't send BK to go protect Micaiah. He wouldn't do those things. Because Micaiah is the one thing that can stop this.
I see that.
But I don't know. I'm really confused by this.
Well, then again, I'm gonna be on a not confirming stuff, but again, under the assumption that what you're saying is correct. Was that the intention of getting Micaiah there, or was it because she had the other god within her? And I guess it wouldn't be too far-fetched to say that Ashira at least would know that. Would that have been why they wanted her to come over, so they could, drop, I don't know, a 10-ton brick on her?
But why wouldn't BK just slice her in half, then?
I guess because everybody else was around.
They're gonna stop him.
No, but they technically now could, because he is not invincible. He could just
teleport out. He could just kill her and teleport out.
His teleporting isn't as easy as that, because he does not use the staff. He uses the war powder specifically, which does drain your strength. The staff was basically it was an advancement in technology in that it doesn't drain.
Well, no, okay, no, but that doesn't square with me, because he warps into that desert map and he basically starts kicking ass, and then just leaves again. That doesn't square with me. He could have just killed her and just left. He can cleave down mooks.
Okay, here's the thing. I guess that's true, but would killing Micaiah do what they meant to do, or would they have to extract Yune from her and like
You're
reseal her.
right. You're right.
Like
that probably wouldn't be so easy.
Because like it's still like killing a god. It's not killing Ashira, but it's still killing a god. Like would he even be able to do that?
With a Londite, maybe.
Maybe because it
you
is.
You think you'd need both a Londite and Ragnar like Altina had? Like, do you think you literally like would you literally need both? Because she literally had both.
Well, but she still didn't kill Yune. That's an important thing to remember. She had 2 swords, 2 blessed swords, and she didn't kill her.
You're right. You're right.
So like again, I'm just like I'm just.
I don't know what side he's on. Like, I don't know what to expect from this guy, because I think he's bad news, but I don't know how far gone he is.
Alright.
Like, I don't know if he's, like, completely immoral, if he's gray, if he's, like, kind of like an off-white, you know, like, what is he? Like, what is the degree of this guy? And the Laren shit just makes it more confusing. If he is him, then what extra the fuck is he doing?
Yeah. I mean, like... Yeah, that is a good question. Like, why is he doing what he's doing?
And I don't know, again, I don't know where his loyalties really lie, because I'm assuming it's with God. I'm assuming that. But, like...
I think it's mostly fair, at least to assume, that most people who are in this tower at least are okay with being with God. But then again... It's the good God.
The good
in quotes.
Yeah, no, because
so,
like what I'm picturing is that like we march up to the fucking tower and we're right before Ashira, and then we see Sephiroth, and he goes on this like fucking like crazy religious rant. Like he's just like this religious nut job or something. Like that's what I'm picturing.
All right.
But I don't think that's I don't know if that's what I should expect or not.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I know exactly what things to and to not expect, but I'm not gonna tell you.
I don't know. Okay, no, this is my theory.
Okay.
I do think Loren and Sephiroth are the same person. I do think that, and I think Sephiroth's bad news, and I think that if he has some faith in this group, it is only because he wanted them to get this far, because Nakia needs to be destroyed.
That's another interesting theory. Like, they couldn't get her to come, like, quietly, so it's like, well, then make your way over here so we'll squash you, like, at the end.
Yes.
Is that what you're thinking?
I think so.
That's interesting.
Because BK was only protecting you so you could fucking get here so I could shove my fucking staff up your ass.
Staff up your ass. That's interesting.
I will smite you myself. Because I'm really expecting a Dumbledore twist here. I'm expecting it, where it's like, oh, I didn't give a shit about you. Who cares about you? You can't hear God, and she can, and she hears the wrong fucking God.
Yeah. Would it be better if that's not the case?
Yeah, but I'm just expecting the worst. Like that's just what I see coming from a mile away, and I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I see that.
I just hope that's not the case, because that would make me very mad.
That's fair enough.
But that's
because again, I know you really.
No, I don't like that.
Didn't like that twist.
No, I don't like that. I absolutely hate that.
Like I have never seen you turn on a character like
that quickly
before. You were like, no.
No, fuck off. Because that's just heinous. You don't fucking lie to a kid their whole life.
Yeah.
Pretend that you care about them when you want some sort of ulterior goal out of them. Like, what the fuck? You don't do that. You just don't do that.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, that's just a shitty thing to do.
Do you have any other, like, random predictions and things you want to throw out there while we're here?
I don't know, just that's my theory. I think that's my theory. I think Loren is Sephiroth, and I think Sephiroth is like not irredeemably evil, but I think he's definitely bad news. And I think killing Micaiah and getting her this far was part of the plot. I think so. Because you're right. I don't think just chopping Micaiah in half will solve anything.
Yeah.
Because then Yune... I mean, then again, you could kill the bird, I guess.
Well, see, like... I don't know if the bird is common knowledge.
Yeah, I guess I don't know that.
But,
You're right. No, but that's my theory. No, Sephiroth's bad news, at the very least. And it's all because of the voice acting. I think I'm just insane. Genuinely.
What if you're wrong about all this?
No, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Because it's literally just, hey, that voice sounds like it should be coming out of Sephiroth, and it's not. That's my theory.
Alright. You ready to wrap this one up then?
Yes. Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done with this now.
Well done, for the people who watched, I mean, I'm glad that you did. I hope you, enjoyed the ramblings of a man-woman here.
Yeah, no, I think so.
And, we will see you all for the finale of Radiant Dawn.
Yes.
So, goodbye, and
bye.
Good night for real this time.
Yes, good night.
Alright. Bye, everybody.
Bye.